Deb is a very popular actress who dominated the Nollywood scenes. Her work was admired by a lot of people and by co-actors. Deb's relationship becomes an issue as her boyfriend warned her against the acting. Deb's boyfriend called Diolu. He bought her a new car. He sends her gifts and gives her money to make her life more comfortable. Diolu is a very wealthy man who is into oil and gas. Deb went to one of her movie's premiere and did some promotions for her next movie. When Deb returned home, she's confronted by her boyfriend Diolu. He asked Deb about the movie premiere that he warned her about. They got in some arguments and Diolu walked out Deb. Diolu has severely asked Deb to quit acting, become a partner in his company. Deb keeps dodging and refuses to quit. Diolu and Deb constant fighting over Diolu asking her to quit acting. Diolu then threatened to end the relationship if she continues with acting. Deb then promised to stop as Diolu travels to Dubai. Diolu asked Deb to visit his mom so the ladies can get familiar. When Deb got the Diolu mother's house, it did not go as planned. This woman belittled Deb and asked Deb to stop acting. The acting of sexual characters brings shame to her family. Deb offered to cook dinner for her intended-in-law, but this woman was intimidating, insulting and impulsive towards Deb. Now Deb decided to go to movie set and act knowing that her boyfriend was out of town. She returned from work only to find out that Diolu was back from Dubai to surprise her. They were happy to see each and Deb forget her phone in the car. Diolu went to the Varo take the phone for her. Then he saw the movie script in the car and he confronted Deb. Another fight happening between them again, and this time, it was intense. Deb and Diolu fought hard and they took a break from each other. Diolu told her to quit the acting and never come back. Deb refused, so she left the relationship for her sanity. After a few days, Diolu has not called Deb and she was now realizing the relationship is over. Deb's assistant is Kale Cynthia. Cynthia is the one who get Deb contract from brands and work from other movie productions. Cynthia was there by Deb comforting her. One set of day and one of the co-actor called Paul was overexcited. Paul went to the background after acting their scene to greet Deb, since Deb is the most famous and bigger actress. Deb is crying about her relationship that ended and Paul came in. Cynthia was also by Deb consoling her when Paul came in to greet her. After the pleasantries, Cynthia and Deb went to home to plan for their next movie set. Paul came on that same set to surprise Deb with a basket of foods and fruits because the day before she was crying and sick. After a few days, Paul became very close to Deb and always there to comfort her. They started going on dates and working together on set. Movie production started casting them together because Deb started including Paul in the movie roles she gets. Deb and Paul started dating. Cynthia saw that their relationship was bad for business. Cynthia told Deb that Paul is bad omen and he acts weird and not good of a guy for her to date. Deb was already blindly in love and could not see what Cynthia was talking about. Paul and Deb continue their relationship, but the public is not aware of it. Paul now started telling Deb not stop taking romantic movie roles unless they are casted together. This information was a shock to Deb. She accepted it because she loved Paul and saw that she will still be acting anyways. Deb was now getting less roles as Paul was gaining momentum in the movie industry. Paul was getting more roles and he got a blockbuster movie where there was a movie premiere for it. As they prepared to go for the movie premiere, Deb came out looking very elegant and poised with beauty. Paul saw her and told her to change the gown because she was not in the movie and she will take his shine on the red carpet. And that the night was his, Deb should allow him have that day and shine. Deb now went to change her gown and now looking underdressed. Paul and Deb got to the red carpet for the big moments. Interviews were happening. One question was asking strike a chord. The interviewer asked Paul if he was dating Deb. Paul denied it, said it was rumors, and that he is single and Deb is also single. After the premiere, as Paul and Deb were going home, Deb asked Paul why he denied their relationship. Paul started giving excuses that information is going to affect their businesses and roles. Deb do not agree, so they got into a heated argument in the car and Deb wanted to get off the car. After the argument died down, Paul told Deb he had a surprise for her. Paul now introduced a new apartment to Deb as his. He said he bought it and furnished it to surprise her. Deb became shocked and got angry why he did that behind her back as they do everything together, especially financially. Paul warned her that The house was solely his sweat and work and all the money he got from acting. So she's either happy and move in with him or get out. Deb quietly move in with Paul. Now Deb started losing her sauce and the hype of working on movie production. Sycas able to get her a new endorsement deal. Just when she about to agree to the endorsement deal, Paul told her to include in the deal and bargain more percentage together. The brand then agreed and signed both of them. After few weeks, Paul decided to do a housewarming party and invited fellow stars. And in that moment, Deb got a bad news from the brand. They just signed that they are dropping her. Deb tried to talk to Paul, but he was not giving her the attention because Paul is not the hot cake in the movie industry and the party was lit. Weeks later, Deb was not getting jobs at all and could not pay her rent. So she has pack and move in with Paul. As she packed her things, she gave some of her clothing to her friend in the neighborhood. Lolu, his friend who owns a shop in the neighborhood. Lolu saw how bad looking and sad Deb has become and she tries to comfort her. As they were discussing, Paul called her to hurry up. Then Lolu had the voice and remembers who he was to her. Lolu told Deb that that was her ex-husband who drained her mentally and financially. Deb did not believe it until Lolu showed her their wedding picture. Deb was in shock. Lolu told her to run for her life, that Paul is bad news and very abusive man. Deb was still in doubt, and as they got home, Paul went on a movie set and Deb decided to call the brand that dropped her from the deal to know what went wrong. The brand told her it was Paul who asked them to drop her because no production is working with anymore and she's bad for business and finally has a bad publicity. Deb could not believe all the things she heard. Now she tried adding everything she has been through since she entangled with Paul. Then Paul got back and Deb confronted him and the brand deal. He was trying to gaslight her and avoid the questions. Deb keeps asking till Paul finally accepts that yes, he did ask the brand to drop her. He also told Deb is now a nobody and poor, so she has to take orders from him. Deb tries to pack her things and leave, but Paul became abusive. He slapped and hit her several times. Few hours after, police came to the house to arrest Paul for assault. Paul did not know why and how the police got the news. Unknown to Paul, Deb placed a secret phone and recorded the abuse and sent this to all blogs and TV stations. Paul got arrested. His faces was on all blogs for being an abuser. He lost all his deals and work projects. He went back to the slum where he belongs. Deb now got her life back together for good, but not in relationship till the correct and right man comes along. Deb is the definition of fame and fury. Thanks for watching this recap. This channel brings you the best Nollywood movies. We save you time and money. Don't forget to subscribe and live our videos.